Hey guys, welcome to Fightcast. I'm here with my boys right after watching the Mayweather McGregor fight. I've got Prabhu over here, future king of hydroponics, not weed. The king of whiskey over here, Matt. And we've got
the king of what?
Patrick.
I do nothing.
Future advertising and cinematography mogul. And the king of shit. The king of shit talking right here. Patrick.
The local Conor McGregor.
Hey, before we start, congratulations, Balan, on your competition.
Yes,
Yes. Thank you.
What was the move called again? The finish
Mexicana?
Americana.
Oh, Americana.
It's like dry humping to me.
That's how I love it.
So what do you guys think? I mean, it was a pretty epic fight.
I didn't watch it actually. How was it, guys?
What do you mean,
Nice. Thanks for being here. Appreciate that.
I was with Trey, sitting next to Trey, and we said that pretty much he's gassed out in, 4 or 5 rounds.
That's why you saw his mouth going open, right?
On the third round, his mouth was wide open.
But he lasted. Somehow he found the way to last till the 9th, though. 10th round.
Yeah. Second win, right? You always have the second win.
By the way, congratulations, Gordon, on winning the pot.
I don't want to tell people that I actually won the bet, but I'm a McGregor fan.
He's so much of a MGregor fan, he put all of his money on Mayweather.
And he won. Cheers to that.
Yeah.
A true Scottish, loyal Irish fan here.
So what do you guys think's next for McGregor? Could he rematch or what?
I hope he fights Paulie Malignaggi, because there's been a lot of
There's not going to be a rematch.
No rematch.
He's going to buy shares at UFC. I guarantee he's going to buy shares into the UFC so he can become like a kind of owner.
That'd be a good move.
I think so. That's
But I'd like to see him box more.
Yeah.
I thought he did well, man. I mean, first time in pro boxing for the first 5 rounds. But he even said in his press conference, after 5 rounds, he was down. Physically down.
You could see his mouth. I mean, and did you guys notice? Did you look in his eyes when he was walking out? And there was something different there.
Not as much of a spark.
The bravado was not there.
The bravado wasn't there. I think
he was overwhelmed. Yeah, he was overwhelmed, for sure.
Yeah.
He would know though from all the training he's done too.
Yeah.
It's a completely different ballgame.
Yeah.
So I'm sure.
Yeah, I think personally, I think 2 months is way too short.
Yeah.
I think 8 to 10 months at least.
Yeah, a solid year would have been.
Yeah.
I think he would have definitely gotten a decision with a solid year, or maybe even.
Maybe he shouldn't have fought Mayweather first.
Yeah.
Maybe he should have
But when the opportunity comes for the biggest fight of the century.
But for $100 million, I'll take
a few bruises
here. And a 40-year-old who's been retired 2 years, he thought he had a chance.
Yeah.
It made sense, right?
Yeah.
He had a chance, and he did have a chance for about 4 rounds.
For sure.
Yeah.
And I think that's what's amazing about McGregor, right? Is he makes you want to believe.
Yeah.
Like I could see him going fighting against somebody in like a champion kickboxer.
Yeah.
Jiu-jitsu maybe go to
maybe ballet.
Rapping.
He could go
pole dancing.
Pole dancing. Yeah.
A
A lot of places. So who do you think you should fight next?
Paulie Malignaggi.
You think you should stick in boxing?
Nate Diaz trilogy.
I'm going with Nate Diaz. Nate Diaz trilogy.
But boxing or MMA? MMA, right?
MMA.
But maybe after MMA, they might try to do a cash grab for boxing.
What about him in Thai boxing?
Thai boxing.
What do you guys think?
Boxing.
When you look at his stance, he's got that traditional karate stance. I mean, you did karate, right?
Yeah, I could kick it up a bit.
And I mean, when you leave that lead leg out there for a Muay Thai guy, he's going to eat it alive. He's going to eat it alive.
He has to check it all the time and want to break his leg like Anderson Silva, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the training up to that would be tough for him. Break up a few things on the way.
Yeah.
Well, we all think Nate Diaz, yeah? But if it's not Nate Diaz, who else can he really fight? Because he's a lightweight champion, right?
Khabib.
But Khabib lost his champs right now with Ferguson.
Would you like Khabib or Tyron Woodley?
I want him to fight
Woodley, right?
I don't think
if it's UFC,
I don't think he can take on Woodley, though. Woodley's a beast.
Yeah. Size-wise?
Size-wise. Just talk about size-wise.
Yeah.
He's a beast.
I think power, man.
Have you seen the last 3 fights he did? If he's going to fight McGregor, he'll be the most boring fighter. It'll be like all strategy. He'll just wait and wrestle with him. He'll just wrestle him. He won't even throw a punch at McGregor.
So I think this is what McGregor needs. He needs to train boxing the whole being composed.
Yeah.
I think that's the only his weakness is
Yeah.
not knowing
Well,
how to.
that takes time, I think. Yeah,
Yeah.
time to
I
spend
think
practice.
Mayweather's been doing that for
21 years.
28 years.
Well, we were talking before about stamina, right? You were saying, you know, when you played volleyball versus
Like any-
soccer, right?
Every sport takes a different type of fitness.
Belly dancing too.
And it's the same
Yeah.
in boxing
Yeah.
and UFC.
I mean, back when you were belly dancing, was that a hard transition?
He used to be a male stripper. You were the original Magic Mike.
I can go all night.
It's very different from the downward jerk.
The downward.
Yeah.
Show us Pat.
Pat here looks in
us.
good shape.
Yeah.
That's
But he
all
hasn't
really
done
inside,
anything
yeah.
against the line.
I
or
smoke
me.
and drink while I play football like last night. A little messy kid.
Little messy. You're ambidextrous.
No, but it's a different fitness level in boxing than UFC. Way different. So that was.
But look
one
at
thing
him.
that was
Right.
Man, he wasn't. He was like fresh.
You went to the gym.
Yeah.
You just went to the gym. That's
It's
all.
like.
Yeah, but he's been doing that his
Yeah.
entire
Yeah,
life.
fine,
So-
fine, I
so
understand that.
What I explained it to Pat earlier, I said, for soccer, I don't play soccer for 3 months. I can still go out and play 90 minutes, no problem.
Yeah.
But if I was to go play volleyball or tennis right now or tomorrow, I would get tired in like 20 minutes. Just because
Yeah.
I haven't been trained in that specific sport for my entire
Yeah,
life.
Alain calls it, what is it,
That's
the
it.
economy of movement, right?
Yeah, like and this shit happened to me just the other day. It blew my mind. I was training kung fu for 3 hours on Sunday, and then Monday I go in to train judo with my judo sensei. And 6 minutes, I'm completely blown out.
Yeah.
I've got nothing left, and I'm just sitting there going like, "Holy shit, what just happened?" I thought I was fit, but it's just such a different. It's such a different type of movement, you know. And
Your breathing too, the way you breathe,
Yeah.
like boxing breathing versus the way they breathe in UFC is completely different.
But you saw that kick in for Connor throughout
Yeah,
the whole
it's
fight. It's
good.
MMA.
Yeah.
It's like the clinch, the holding from behind,
switching to
it,
kept switching it.
Yeah.
and he
Yeah,
had
yeah,
that
he's
one.
doing that his
He
whole
had the
life.
one behind the hip.
Yeah, it's that lower
so it's
part,
kind
yeah.
of like semi-legal.
Yeah, yeah.
Where you can kind of punch.
And always
like
hitting the back of the head.
I think he also went really hard for a knockout in the first
Yeah,
two rounds.
he's a
So
power
second,
puncher,
And then
yeah.
burn out.
Bottom line is they put on a show.
Good call on the
Yeah.
referee, you said?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
referee was great.
No, the referee did a good call because now there won't be any memes and they won't have him on the floor, so it actually helped him out a lot.
But-
Oh, you
But-
mean
but-
stop it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, instead of waiting
For me-
for him to get knocked out.
It would have happened later anyway.
Yeah, it was going to
Still
happen,
quite
but I
a
think it was good for
round.
McGregor not to hit the canvas. Now he can still hold his head high and be like, no, I lasted 10 rounds, I was still on my feet. So I think-
But
Give
McGregor
later.
said that he wanted May to finish.
Let me-
Every
finish
fighter
it.
says that, like, you know,
Yeah.
put me to the
Yeah.
floor, take me out, you know?
No, at least you
But-
get 10 seconds, right? That's what
Yeah.
he's saying. But
He should have got
in
10.
the-
I think he should have got 10.
Sure,
Yeah.
yeah,
Don't you?
they could have done
Yeah.
a standing 10 count, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it should have been a standing.
I don't know
count.
what's the difference why they choose certain
Yeah.
Boxing,
certain
yeah.
fights. Oh, that one's stop the fight, the other ones are giving.
From what I saw in the review, I saw that 2 minutes, 3 minutes, he never put his hands up. So every punch, every hit, he just kept his hands down, it was just taking it,
Yeah,
taking it,
yeah,
taking it.
yeah,
I never
yeah.
saw his hands ever go to defense. mode. So
Yeah.
maybe the ref is like,
But he
these
said,
guys.
I mean,
Right.
he got interviewed by the MacLife guy in the
Mm.
change room. He said, by round 5, I was completely just exhausted. So, the last till 10, he did well.
Yeah.
For sure. Well, this is a great whiskey.
This is the cheapest and the dirtiest
The
whiskey.
cheapest, the dirtiest, and the cleanest.
But it's not
true.
bad.
This
But
is the
very-
finest whiskey.
It's called
from
the
Indonesia.
notorious Conor
Royal
McGregor
Brewhouse.
whiskey.
Brewhouse.
This episode's brought to you by them.
It's
So
made
tell,
in-
tell us a little bit about it, man.
Yeah, we're the first Indonesian drinkable whiskey.
Drinkable. What happened to Man? What about Mansion House?
Well,
No.
That was
This
really
is
good.
like 5 levels above Mansion House. This is good stuff.
hopefully
This
it'll
is
keep
good
getting better. We're
So where do you produce it?
producing now in Medan, and we're using US oak casks, which are giving the sweet flavor.
Why
stuff.
Mansion?
So you import those over?
Yeah, those are all imported from the States and then blended. It's a blended whiskey, Scotch, and we'll keep on doing that for now and bring a few different types, different.
I thought Mayweather was wearing a hat and it says Royal Brewhouse.
Should next year.
How much
next
you
year.
paying?
That was the
Next
bottle
year.
of
It said TBE, it said TBE, like the best ever. That's like the brew eels or something.
But post press conference, he had Avion. That's from the Ether, right? From Entourage, right? Avion?
The water that you're drinking?
Tequila.
The tequila.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't
Oh,
know.
he was
Yeah.
sponsored by
Yeah.
ABN?
Yeah.
Man.
I mean, turtle. That's turtle.
Turtle.
Whiskey, right? Yeah.
He's the Dallas, the guy. What's his name?
Yeah, Mark Cuban, the owner
Yeah.
of the
Mavericks.
Yeah.
That's sick.
He's got to be laughing his way to the bank, though. I mean, he did a good job of that.
Let him in here, we got a
That's
little
that's
fire.
Mini Mayweather right there.
Mini Mayweather.
You're gonna make us 350, right?
We're in the making.
The future right there.
But it's good. Mayweather 5-0. That's like the perfect. That's it. Finish. Done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, 49. You're like, oh, that.
He has the
one
record.
more.
He broke the record. He broke the record. Marciano was 49-0. So.
But I don't know if that's true though. I've heard there was a Mexican boxer who went like 60,
yeah, that's not
No, no.
bad.
60 something,
Okay.
but he's never, they
No,
never
this-
give him his due.
This guy
Yeah.
won 89 fights before he lost his first fight, but his overall record was 106.
Oh, Durango or something like that.
Durango or
Yeah,
something.
yeah, something Durango. I know he's got over 100 something fights, but he's lost like a half.
Well, I'd like to see him fight.
89 wins,
Before he
and then
lost,
he got a
yeah.
loss, so
Yeah.
it's not a
But to have your
perfect
like
record.
retired
No
record
one
of
says
50,
anything about it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
I guess he didn't, maybe it was because he didn't retire.
He didn't retire with the
Yeah.
zero.
But what do you guys think this does to boxing?
They
Do
never
you think?
run.
I thought boxing is dead. After this, do you think it's?
It's
Does
definitely
it-
not
does
dead.
It's never been dead. No.
Does it validate boxing?
It,
I
puts,
think that
it
validates
just puts
MMA.
more eyes on it. It
Oh,
puts-
well,
I think
Yeah,
it's
anyway,
much
come out
yeah, I
with
res-
something.
now I respect
Yeah.
boxing a lot more. You're
Yeah.
thinking like,
You did it. I always.
dude, I've always,
yeah.
always, right? But you see UFC, it's more mixed martial art, and then
And weight classes too, because we're the kids for the 90s, right? So we love like the Holyfields, the Tysons, you know, Lennox Lewis, the heavyweights. But no one could really remember middleweights back in the day. AKA Roy Jones Jr.,
Yeah.
these type of things. But then boxing kind of went through a lull for the last 10 years. It was only Mayweather and Pacquiao, were like the two names you hear.
But Roy Jones Jr. was so good.
Yeah, I know. He
I
would
don't
do
know
that thing in
why
the corner,
nobody-
he just sit in the corner, like, come hit me, you know?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
different. That's the difference
So
between
good.
like amazing fighters and their things and global superstars.
Yeah, exactly.
Which
Yeah.
Conor is,
Conor
and
is.
Mayweather is,
Yeah.
Pacquiao is. They're anywhere in the world, people know.
And now in
They're
boxing, you're hearing about that Anthony Joshua, Lamencho,
I don't think
whatever.
he has that
Star
thing.
power.
He doesn't have that star
What
power.
about that other guy, Vasils Lamencho, whatever? He's really, they call him the Matrix for high tech.
Oh, I think I've seen him. He's a
Let's do
lightweight,
a
right?
test right now. What's
Right.
the next fight, the next biggest fight in boxing?
Triple G, Canelo
Yeah,
Alvarez,
see, this
September
man follows
16th.
his boxing. You two would not have
No
known
idea.
that, right? That's what I'm saying. Those guys
Yeah.
aren't
Yeah.
global superstars.
They're not global,
Even
that's
though right
right.
now,
I agree.
they're some of the best boxers around.
Yeah. Like,
They
that's-
don't have that.
but that's why
Yeah.
that's why I'm mentioning it because that's
Yeah.
what boxing needs.
Yeah, it
but
does.
right
Yeah.
now there's no
Needs a
one.
line.
You're right, it needs a
Line,
star.
yeah.
They need a
Yeah,
transcendent
yeah.
star to really travel, like, to hit all the continents of the world. Like, yo,
Yeah.
this boxing man is awesome.
Yeah, I mean we grew up with boxing.
Yeah.
We know boxing, but with UFC now, right? It's like where's boxing?
Yeah,
that's
that's
true.
You
That's
don't
true.
really watch it.
Well, supposedly some UFC fighters, some heavyweights, want to transition over to boxing.
Steve
Yeah,
Steve
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 Miocic
Miocic.
wants to
Yeah.
fight Anthony
Steve
Joshua.
Miocic.
I think that's
Maybe
very-
Joshua,
Because
He would get murdered by Joshua.
Oh,
Here's
Easy.
the thing though, with heavyweight power, you never
Yeah,
know.
but it's different, man.
Yeah,
It's
I
one
know,
shot.
but
Shot.
it's
Speed, though.
Yeah, it's true.
One shot,
Yeah,
it's
it's true.
99.
You've seen the physique on Anthony Joshua.
Yeah.
Goddamn, dude, this guy is a beast.
Yeah.
Steve, yeah.
Well, Steve, you got David Dos Santos as well, wants to box. So.
He would get flopped.
Yeah,
The guy's he's taking
His
way
chin
too many
now
knockouts.
becomes glass.
So much damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, but
crazy.
it's interesting. Who's going to be the next superstar boxer?
Yeah.
A lot of people are talking about Errol Spence. Really, I haven't seen
Yeah,
much
it's
of
much.
him, but
I like this high tech guy. He looks really cool because he's fun to watch because he does the Matrix. He doesn't like to block. He likes to
Right.
swing his head and go low.
I got a question. Who are you gonna fight next, bro?
Yeah.
Yeah,
do we
Conor
do?
Who are you
McGregor.
fighting? You
next?
fighting?
Conor McGregor.
I'm fighting the scale. I'm going to war with the scale now.
No, but seriously, is there anything coming up for you?
Competition wise, what are things that you can plug into this right now?
I think probably wait another 4 to 6 months. You know, get a little bit lower in the weight, and
So no more rendang, no more nasi.
No
Yeah,
whiskey.
I'm still on
No
the
more nasi
strict.
goreng with
I'm
arroz.
still on the strict
Whiskey
diet.
Whiskey diet.
Well,
Yeah.
liquid
The Irish breakfast right here.
Serious.
Seriously.
We're on the
So
Muhammad
how long do you think Mayweather's gonna
Yeah.
stay
Need-
retired.
stay retired?
He's gonna
I think that
This is it.
He's got 40, made 300 bucks on this
350,
game.
yeah.
But he's gonna need money, dude.
Who's he gonna fight that's gonna generate this much?
Yeah.
No.
I think this is it.
Unless he's willing to lose his undefeated record and fight Triple G, because everyone says, okay, he needs to fight Triple G, but he will never fight
It's too
Triple G.
risky. They're
Triple
not
G will
gonna
kill
make
him.
enough money.
Yeah,
out
they
of
won't
it.
make enough money.
I didn't think that Mayweather looked impressive today.
No,
No,
I mean,
no.
I didn't think he looked impressive.
No.
I thought he looked sloppy.
Compared to what he's normally like,
Yeah.
he was
The last
slower.
time he looked impressive against Ricky Hatton.
I think
That's it.
I think he did more than he did with
Yeah, that's
Pacquiao,
true.
right?
He
He was
did more.
attacking more. He was moving forward
Yeah.
more.
Because he knew there
He's
was no
only doing
danger.
that.
He
Yeah,
knew there was
because
no
he knows
danger.
he's not gonna
He's
get
fighting a
Chin
professional
up,
debut
yeah.
boxer.
But
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
you asking me if he did. If he looked better.
Oh no, he looked impressive.
Yeah.
You thought he looked better in this one than in Pacquiao?
Yeah.
True.
But,
But if you look
but
at
against
contender,
Pacquiao,
yeah.
he said, he's like, I'm
Pacquiao's
not taking
dangerous. though.
zero
Yeah.
risk. This
Yeah.
guy can knock me out.
But he had a rotator cuff that supposedly he said that
Yeah.
he fucked before he fought.
Yeah, he
so.
didn't make that. He didn't.
You didn't make it, yeah, because he didn't want to pull out the fight because you lose a shitload of money, right? Like, I gotta keep fighting, I gotta go.
Pat's got
Well-
a rotated penis.
Yeah, I'm not testing.
Mayweather's gonna be
We're
broke
not supposed to
in
reveal
90
it
years.
live, but
I
TMZ,
I
where are
peek
you at?
sideways, I go on top of the toilet like this and I peek sideways.
TMZ, this guy will
I
give you
have a-
everything he needs.
Thanks for sharing.
How you doing?
I thought, because this is now the biggest, Mayweather McGregor is now the biggest fight in history. But
Yeah.
Manny Pacquiao and Mayweather was the second biggest fight.
But it generated the most tickets in the stadium though.
Is that right?
I heard that
Oh, yeah?
Pacquiao still beat McGregor and Mayweather for tickets sold for the stadium.
Oh, the
But,
live-
but for the live
the-
gate, for the live gate,
1
he sold out,
billion.
yeah.
Yeah.
But for like pay-per-view, that should pay-per-view, it was definitely McGregor and Mayweather.
So what do you think? So what the whole storyline with that fight was basically, you've got this good guy versus the bad guy, right? Like after Pacquiao lost, he went and he taught orphans in a church,
Yeah.
orphan kids to teach them how to box. And then Mayweather goes to a club and buys like a I don't know, $50,000 bottle of champagne or something like that, right?
Which
Yeah.
Pacquiao probably did too, by the way.
Yeah.
You think he did?
Pacquiao.
Doesn't publicize.
Maybe he
Pacquiao,
was all.
Pacquiao, the old Pacquiao.
Yeah, back then.
Pacquiao was worse than Mayweather.
Before he was fighting, he was
Yeah.
doing social.
Before he was running for government
political-
stuff.
No doubt about it. He
Isn't he the governor or something?
Yeah, I thought he's like
Yeah,
a
now.
heavy duty Christian. and-
now.
now. He's a
You're-
born
you're
again, he's a
talking
born
now.
again.
Oh, he's born again.
Born again.
Oh,
So
okay.
prior to that,
Every 5 years.
Every time he cheats on his wife, he's a born again. He's a born again.
prior to that, he was cheating on his wife, he was partying,
Yeah,
gambling, crazy
Yeah.
gambling.
that's true, that's right, when he's living in LA.
All the
man.
ethnic shit girls in the Philippines.
Give me 100 million, I'd be like,
He got 100,000.
you guys are right.
What do you guys think was the interest point with this one, though? Because that was the interest point with that one. Why do you think the whole world tuned in to this fight?
Because Conor McGregor can make people believe.
Yeah, and they're the two biggest shit
He
talkers.
has that power to make you think, holy shit, maybe he can do it.
So
Yeah,
anybody
but he
got
wasn't
this
beaten.
back.
And it's
Yeah.
got nothing to do with if you know UFC, if you know boxing or not, with all the media drummed up and everything,
Yeah.
people are going, holy shit, maybe
No,
he can.
I
You gotta think-
I don't agree 100% with that, but I think it's bringing two different combat sports together.
Right.
That was
To bring the fan base up.
and that's the first, right?
Right.
That's never happened before, right? I mean,
Well, no,
If
they
you
had,
say-
they had
if you
James
say-
Toney in the UFC.
Yeah, they had James Toney go to the UFC, they had,
You got checked
happened
out.
once.
They had-
No, they had
once.
Muhammad Ali
Yeah.
versus Japanese.
yeah,
Inoki,
they had
Antonio
sumo.
Inoki.
Yeah, so these type of exhibitions have happened, but you're right, like, no one of this magnitude, because they were both international superstars, like transcended stars, that's why, yeah. And shit talkers. Because like
Yeah.
Mayweather said, in all my career doing this, I've never had to work as little as I had now promoting a fight. Because he always had to be the biggest shit talker. This time he's like,
Right.
let
Let him
McGregor
do
run
it,
the
yeah.
show, let him run his mouth.
Let him do it.
Let him run his mouth.
McGregor's confidence too that he could actually, he was able to,
Yeah.
I had no second thought about it.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
so what does it prove, right? I mean, boxing
You
is.
can do it.
Just do it, just do it.
Just do it.
There's a thin line between self-talk and delusion. That's what it proves.
But I like how the last press conference before the fight, 2 days before the fight,
Right.
I like how Mayweather, his speech, conduct himself. He didn't talk any trash. He told his people, his
Yeah.
posse entourage, take it easy,
Yeah.
take it easy.
Be a professional,
You know?
right, exactly.
I like that.
Yeah, of course. I mean, they both, deep down, if you think about it, Mayweather not so much, but they're actually humble guys, right? Like McGregor, all the money he's made, everything he does, he still wants to give back. And they say Mayweather does the same.
Right.
But this is a sport, and it's also
Yeah.
entertainment.
Yeah.
Sport now has become entertainment.
Yeah.
Basketball,
For sure.
the only famous names you remember are basketball players who are entertaining. In football, you
Yeah.
only remember football players who are entertaining. Not like, oh, that defender's amazing.
Right.
Like, Gordon will talk about amazing defenders because he sees the craft.
Yeah.
But a normal fan would be like, I don't care about him. I want to see Messi. I want to see Ronaldo.
Yeah. Or
I want to see Mayweather
Yeah.
and Conor play basketball. Let's see.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's take it Indonesian. Naprau.
Yeah, so.
Depends how you look at it though. Like if you think like what you said, right? Let's say any other fighter other than McGregor was going to box Mayweather. I would say 95% of people say, "Man, this is an actual joke.
Yeah.
This is ridiculous."
It is.
Yeah.
Right. So that's what I meant by McGregor has that ability to make people believe that he can do something. Whereas, let's say Floyd goes over to UFC.
Yeah.
I guarantee you 95% of people saying he won't stand a chance.
Right.
Even Mayweather fans
He
would
wouldn't
say he won't stand
he
a
wouldn't have
chance.
the confidence to do it.
Yeah.
That's the
McGregor
difference
had-
between
McGregor was
McGregor.
there.
He has this global thing. Where
Okay,
he
so
can
the
make
question right
people
now is
think-
this, right? When McGregor decided to box Mayweather, people thought of it. Okay, you know, there's a chance
Chance,
because
yeah.
it's a stand-up.
And that's his strength, yeah.
right?
Right.
Right. Forget about the money, all right, or the publicity or whatever promotions. But of course, when Mayweather
Yeah,
fight in the UFC, it's much more technical, right? It's a mixed.
There's a lot more technique to it. Yeah.
It's just a whole different ball
Okay,
game.
which athlete do we think now currently can do a crossover like that and still make the fans believe that the person can achieve it? Like if John Jones said, "Oh, I want to try
Nope.
wrestling,"
Oh, wrestling.
but there's no famous wrestling promotion
about-
besides choreographed
If
wrestling.
you're
you know?
talking about boxing, I don't know one UFC.
What about The
fighter
Rock
who's ever-
going into UFC?
The Rock. The Rock.
They said The Rock 10 years ago when his acting career was shit, he said, I was actually contemplating going into the UFC.
You never know,
yeah.
man.
He could have been amazing,
He's
you never
a-
know.
he's a beast.
He's a beast.
So
But-
10 years ago, yeah.
But
But
then
not
you
now,
got
Dude,
WWE guy.
Oh yeah, Punk, CM
Yeah,
Punk.
CM Punk.
Yeah.
So-
Oh, that
and
was
that was
crazy.
that was
30
against
seconds.
that
yeah.
was against the
Mickey
young
Gall,
dude.
yeah.
But that was him disrespecting the sport.
Yeah, exactly.
Because like you need at least 5 years. I mean, actually, it was kind of McGregor was kind of disrespecting the sport of boxing. Like you need, but with MMA, you need a longer time period because there's so many more elements. You know, you got wrestling, you've got kickboxing,
Yeah.
you've got
At least 3 to 5 more
jiu-jitsu, judo, whatever.
Yeah.
So you
The
need
fact
that
that-
time.
That's what I'm saying. The fact that McGregor could go 10 rounds
It's
with
amazing.
the best in the
Yeah.
world,
Yeah.
that's pretty impressive to me.
That's amazing. Yeah.
Regardless if he started as an amateur boxer or whatever.
Right.
But Mayweather alone, at
He's-
40 years old.
He's in a league of his own.
Yeah.
He always has been.
He always has
He
been.
always has been.
Even though people hate on him, which I am a hater too.
He
I'm
is a
Mayweather
smart.
But yes.
He's
Well,
a
his
full
work
package,
ethic.
man.
His work
To
ethic.
be undefeated, you're not
disgustingly-
a risk taker. You are
Yeah.
calculated, you're methodical, you're all those things, you know.
Yeah.
He was the best.
A lot of respect.
For sure.
Yeah.
Well, because he fought.
But he says it too. He's like, he goes to the gym at 4 a.m.
Mm.
He just goes does cardio for 2 hours at 4 a.m. when no one's around.
Yeah.
Just him by himself. I mean, that's
Yeah.
dedication. That's why he's at the top.
I was watching an interview somewhere. I think it was with like Jamie Foxx, and he was saying that
I like to see Jamie Foxx fight.
he's out clubbing with Jamie Foxx, and then at 3 a.m. he's like, "Hey, I gotta go do road work."
Yeah.
So
Doesn't
Boom.
drink.
Yeah.
He's
he
out.
bounces
He's
at
out
3
he's
a.m.
picking up the tabs.
But he
Road
doesn't,
work.
but he doesn't drink or anything like that. He's 100% focused.
And
Like,
don't
it's
forget that
ridiculous.
Mayweather does all this charity work. He goes, I'm not one of those guys that have to go to Instagram or social media to post
Yeah.
what I do because I know what I do in the community.
What is this?
I know we're all about
Mayweather show here?
Mayweather. Sorry, we're talking about
Is
McGregor.
this the Mayweather tribute? Let's go. Let's go.
Well, we gotta pay respect.
Fuck the Mayweathers.
We all love McGregor. We all love McGregor, but we gotta pay respect when it's due.
He's just so fucking filthy rich, man. That's why I fucking hate him.
What? Why are you drinking haterade? I thought we were doing Royal Brewhouse. Why are you drinking haterade? All right. Well, hey guys, it was an awesome fight, and thank you.
What,
guys
we're done? I drove all the way to this? 2
Yes.
drinks and we're done?
Yeah.
We're on a budget. We're on a budget.
What's the
We're-
shit talking?
we're-
You piece of shit!
We're balling on a budget. We're balling on a budget. All right.
What's it called again? Fightcast.
Yes.
Fightcast.
Tune in, people.
Fightcast.
Tune in.
Underneath here, there should be a link to
Tomorrow
something.
night, Conor McGregor live.
Follow me
DT
on